the Annapurna Base Camp trek. It's more than just a hike. It's an immersive experience that takes you deep into the heart of the Himalayas. Is a journey into the heart of the Himalayas, a realm of towering peaks and breathtaking vistas. It's a chance to witness nature's grandeur on a scale that few places on Earth can match. An adventure surrounded by some of the world's most formidable peaks. These aren't just mountains, they're ancient giants, sculpted by time and weather, standing as silent sentinels over the landscape. Imagine standing in a natural amphitheater, a colossal bowl carved out by glaciers over millennia. Annapurna 1 towering above, its snow-capped summit piercing the sky, a constant reminder of the raw power and beauty of the natural world. And the sacred Machapuchari, the fishtail mountain watching over you. Its unique, iconic shape is instantly recognizable, a symbol of the Himalayas themselves. Local legend says it is home to the god Shiva, and thus remains unclimbed. This trek isn't just about the mountains. It's about the journey, the experience, and the connections you make along the way. It's about the people too. The warm smiles, the shared stories, and the cultural exchange that enriches the soul. You'll pass through ancient Gurung and Magar villages, each with its own unique traditions and way of life, offering a glimpse into a world far removed from the hustle and bustle of modern society, sharing tea and stories in cozy tea houses. These simple lodges offer respite from the trail, a place to warm up, refuel and connect with fellow trekkers from around the globe. The route takes you from lush forests, teeming with life and vibrant colors, and thundering rivers, carving their way through the landscape, a constant reminder of the power of nature. To rhododendron blooms, a riot of color that transforms the hillsides into a painter's canvas, and stark alpine beauty. The higher you climb, the more dramatic the scenery becomes, with rugged peaks and sweeping valleys stretching as far as the eye can see. It's accessible, challenging, and deeply rewarding. A trek that caters to a range of fitness levels and offers something for everyone. A perfect blend of natural wonder and human warmth. The hospitality of the local people is legendary, and their knowledge of the mountains is invaluable. Why trek Annapurna in 2025? What makes this year the perfect time to embark on this incredible adventure? Because it's a classic adventure that tests your limits, pushing you beyond your comfort zone and revealing a strength you never knew you possessed, and connects you to a landscape and culture like no other. The vibrant prayer flags fluttering in the wind, the ancient monasteries perched on hillsides, the sense of peace and tranquility that permeates the air. It's an experience that will stay with you long after you've returned home. Standing at base camp, surrounded by towering peaks, watching the sunrise turn the peaks gold, painting the snow-capped summits in a warm, ethereal glow, is a moment of pure awe. A moment that makes all the effort, all the challenges, worthwhile. This guide will break down everything you need to know, providing you with the essential information to plan your trek with confidence. From costs to gear, ensuring you're well prepared for every step of the journey, so you can make this dream a reality. Let's turn that aspiration into a tangible plan, a journey you'll cherish forever. The mountains are calling, their majestic peaks beckoning you to explore their hidden trails and discover their secrets. Let's get you ready to answer, to lace up your boots, pack your bags, and embark on the adventure of a lifetime. The Annapurna Base Camp trek covers about 110 to 120 kilometers round trip, starting from Nepal near Pokhara. Most trekkers spend 7 to 12 days on the trail, with 10 days being the sweet spot for acclimatization and enjoyment. The route winds through villages like Birathanti, Ulleri, Gorapani and Chomrong before climbing into the Annapurna Sanctuary. Expect steep ascents, long descents, and ever-changing scenery, from subtropical forests to alpine meadows. The trail is well marked and lined with tea houses, but don't underestimate the challenge of altitude and terrain. The return journey often includes a stop at Jinu Danda's hot springs, a well-earned reward. This is a trek of endurance, not speed. Take your time and savor every step. Here's a streamlined 10-day itinerary. Day 1. Drive from Pokhara to Nayapul, trek to Tikethunga or Hila. Day 2. Tackle the stone steps to Ulleri, then on to Gorapani. Day 3. Sunrise at Poon Hill, then trek to Tadapani. Day 4. Descend to a river, climb to Chomrong, gateway to the sanctuary. Day 5. Trek to Dovan through dense forest. Day 6. Short, crucial acclimatization walk to Durali. Day 7. Push past Majestic Base Camp to Annapurna Base Camp. Spend the night surrounded by giants. Day 8. Descend to Bamboo or Sinuwa. Day 9. Continue down to Jinu Danda for a hot spring soak. Day 10. Walk back to Nepal, then return to Pokhara for a well-earned celebration. You'll need 2 permits, the Annapurna Conservation Area Permit, ACAP, and the Trekkers Information Management System, TIMS card. ACAP funds trail maintenance and conservation. TIMS tracks trekkers for safety. As of 2023, hiring a licensed guide is mandatory for most foreigners, and permits are issued through trekking agencies. Costs. ACAP is about $25 for foreigners, less for Saki nationals. TIMS is $17 per person in a group. Bring passport photos and your original passport with a valid Nepal visa. Agencies handle the paperwork, usually in Kathmandu or Pokhara. Keep your permits safe and dry. You'll show them at several checkpoints. Treat your paperwork as your key to the mountains. Embarking on a trek in Nepal is an incredible adventure, but understanding the costs involved is crucial for planning a successful trip. The overall expenses can vary significantly, largely depending on your trekking style, the level of comfort you seek, and of course your nationality. It's important to note that for foreign nationals, hiring a licensed guide is now a mandatory requirement in many trekking regions. This regulation aims to ensure both your safety and the sustainability of the local trekking industry. When budgeting for your trek, you should expect to allocate around $25 to $35 per day for a qualified and licensed guide. This daily rate typically includes not only their professional services, but also covers their food and basic lodging expenses along the trail. For those seeking a hassle-free experience, all-inclusive trekking packages are a popular option. These packages generally range from $700 to $1,200 per person for a standard 10 to 12-day trek. Don't forget to factor in the costs associated with necessary trekking permits. This includes the guide fees, as well as porter costs if you opt to hire one, and of course, the cost of your meals along the way. Plus the expenses for your tea house stays each night. It's worth noting that Indian and Nepali trekkers often benefit from lower costs compared to their international counterparts. This is because permit fees are significantly reduced for locals, and Nepali citizens are not required to hire a guide or obtain a TIMS, Trekkers Information Management System card, for many popular routes. For Indian trekkers who choose to hire both a guide and a porter, the estimated cost for a 10-day trek typically falls within the range of INR 35,000 to 50,000, excluding the cost of flights to and from Nepal. Families planning a trek together should anticipate a slightly higher budget, roughly $800 to $1,500 per person. This additional allocation accounts for the need for extra support, increased comfort levels, and potentially specialized services to cater to the needs of children or elderly family members. While accommodation in tea houses along the trekking routes is generally quite affordable, it's important to remember that food and guide costs can quickly add up and significantly impact your overall budget. When planning your trek, it's absolutely essential that you don't cut corners when it comes to safety. Always prioritize hiring licensed and experienced guides and booking your trek through reputable and established trekking agencies. Ultimately, the experience of trekking in Nepal, with its breathtaking landscapes and rich culture, is an investment that is worth every penny spent. Always remember the adage, in the mountains, you truly get what you pay for. Therefore, make sure to invest wisely in your personal safety, your comfort, and the overall quality of your trekking experience. One of the unique aspects of trekking in the Annapurna region is the prevalence of tea house culture. This well-established network means you'll find simple lodges dotting the trails, offering a welcome respite after a long day of hiking. These aren't luxury hotels, but rather cozy and functional establishments catering specifically to trekkers. You can expect to eat hearty, home-cooked meals every night, providing the fuel you need for the next day's adventure. The food is simple but satisfying, and a great way to replenish your energy. Rooms are basic, providing just the essentials. Typically, you'll find a bed, a blanket, and perhaps a pillow. Don't expect frills or fancy amenities. These are simple shelters designed for weary travelers. Given the basic nature of the bedding, it's essential to bring a warm sleeping bag to ensure a comfortable night's sleep, especially at higher altitudes where temperatures can plummet. A good sleeping bag is your best friend on the Annapurna circuit. Dining halls are the heart of the tea house, serving as a central gathering place for trekkers from all over the world. It's here, gathered around a crackling stove, that trekkers share stories of their day's journey, exchange tips, and forge camaraderie. The warmth of the fire and the shared experiences create a unique and welcoming atmosphere. Menus are surprisingly varied, offering a range of options to cater to different tastes and dietary needs. However, it's important to note that both prices and the variety of options tend to shrink as you climb higher in altitude, due to the increased difficulty and cost of transporting supplies. Dal bhat is the undisputed staple of the Annapurna tea house menu. This lentil soup and rice dish is incredibly nutritious, filling, and often comes with the added bonus of free refills, making it the perfect fuel for long days on the trail. It's generally advisable to stick to vegetarian food options, especially as you ascend above the lowlands. This is because meat isn't always guaranteed to be fresh at higher altitudes, due to the challenges of transportation and storage. As a general guideline, budget approximately $25 to $40 per day to cover your food and drink expenses. The cost of a bed typically ranges from $3 to $7 per night, depending on the location and the season. However, it's generally expected that you will eat your meals at the same tea house where you are sleeping, as this is a primary source of income for the lodge owners. During peak trekking season, it's highly recommended that your guide book rooms ahead of time, especially in the more popular villages. Accommodation can fill up incredibly fast, leaving you stranded without a place to sleep if you don't plan ahead. Ultimately, the tea house experience is an integral and memorable part of trekking in the Annapurna region, offering a unique glimpse into the local culture and providing a sense of community among fellow adventurers. Your trek starts in Pokhara, reached from Kathmandu by a 25-minute flight, $80 $120, or a 7-9-hour tourist bus, $10 $25. Private cars or jeeps are faster but pricier. From Pokhara, it's a 1.52-hour drive to Nayapur, the trailhead. Local buses are cheap but crowded. Taxis or jeeps, $20 $30, are more comfortable. After your trek, arrange similar transport back to Pokhara. Package treks usually include all transportation, so you can focus on the adventure. Your guide will handle logistics, just show up ready to walk. Getting there is part of the journey. Let the anticipation build as you approach the mountains. Timing is everything. The best seasons are spring, March-May, for blooming rhododendrons, and autumn, late September-November, for clear skies and epic views. Monsoon, June-early September, brings rain, leeches and landslides, best avoided. Winter, December-February, is brutally cold, with snow closing upper trails and tea houses. For the best experience, stick to spring or autumn. Book flights and guides early in peak season. The right timing makes all the difference. Altitude sickness is the trek's biggest risk. Take it seriously. Symptoms include headache, nausea, and fatigue. Anyone can be affected. Ascend slowly, no more than 300-500 meters in sleeping altitude per day, above 3,000 meters. Hydrate well, 3-4 liters daily. Avoid alcohol and eat plenty of carbs. Listen to your body if symptoms appear. Don't go higher, rest or descend. Diamox can help, but consult your doctor first. The best prevention is a slow, steady pace. Bistari. Watch out for your trekking partners too. The mountains will always be there. Your safety comes first. There's no shame in turning back if you need to.